Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
This is madness! No, this is just Pirillo superimposed over King Leonidas' face and beard. My glasses, though. Uncle John photoshopped this, and I posted that image on the Facebook fan page at facebook.com/Chris Pirillo. That was kind of fun. You can set it as your own wallpaper if you're so inclined. I've been enjoying the iPad, only having it for a few days now. However, it gets to be a bit frustrating when I have to start using the keyboard in either landscape or portrait. It's just so large. I can't easily key in any amount of data without feeling like I'm being slowed down, like hitting so many typos. And it's going to take some getting used to, just like the iPhone. I can key in anything pretty quickly on the iPhone, even with one thumb. But this keyboard, specifically in landscape mode, does not lend itself to two-thumb typing. You almost have to set it down, really, and start typing in. But I got, okay, it sits art. Not start, it sits art. And with a capital A in the middle there, apparently. It could be better, certainly. And so, for that reason, I decided to get the keyboard/dock for the iPad. This is what it was specifically designed for. And with it, I can simply slide the iPad in there into the dock there, and voila, I have a keyboard. This keyboard, by the way, same form factor as the wireless keyboard here that would connect by Bluetooth. I could connect this keyboard to the iPad as well. However, I've already got like 3 of these things in the home office, so I don't need another. I don't want to get... Actually, no, wait. I only have 2 of those. I have one very old one. This wireless Apple keyboard actually controls the computer that this live video feed is going out through. Just FYI. I don't like this one at all. This one's... It takes forever to type on this one. I don't like the way the keys press. I've been told that these keyboards, the wireless ones, could also work on a Windows machine with the right drivers, assumedly. So I don't feel like you're, out of the race just because you don't use a Mac. Either way, I can tell you just in the little bit of time that I've been using the keyboard dock, specifically with the iPad, I've been really happy with it. In fact, the ultimate setup for me is, as I demonstrated in another earlier video, I've got my power cable for the iPod connected, underneath my desk, so I don't have to string cables across. If I go ahead and turn it around, this is just one piece, by the way, the keyboard dock, and I'm just going to plug in the power into the back, and it also has audio or line out, so I could connect it to speakers if I was so inclined. I'm not going to do that, but essentially it will likely be sitting right here as almost a secondary or tertiary or quadtertiary screen, since I have so many of them around here. Thing that I definitely have to look into, however, is finding out if I can find a slim, form-fitting protector for the back of the iPad. And even if it adds a little bit of bulk, still be able to connect it here. But since the back part of the dock there, it's very form-fitting, specifically to the iPad, because it's an iPad dock. Using it is pretty simple. There's certain keys, at least on this particular, I guess it would be the connected model, not necessarily a wireless keyboard, that can be connected by Bluetooth. I've got the home screen. It operates just like the home button. It's even got a little square. I can key in from any page. I can hit search. I could decrease or increase the brightness, which I really appreciate. This above all, because otherwise I have to navigate through the system settings on the iPad, and I appreciate that since I keep it dim for the most part, especially if I'm doing videos. I have the opportunity to start a photo slideshow instantaneously. I can choose to pull up if, let me see here, let me go back, and gotta show you what that key can do. And in order to do that, I have to actually open up an app. Here we go. So with the keyboard connected, I don't need the virtual keyboard showing up, but if I wanted to toggle that, I could do that simply with pressing that key. There's a blank function key at the top. I don't know really what that's for. It's blank. Maybe it's for writer's block. Then I've got some iPod controls, fast forward, rewind, pause, play. I've also got volume controls, kind of nice. By the way, to go to mute really quickly, either on the iPad itself or specifically through the keyboard, you just kind of press and hold the volume down control, FYI. And then I can immediately lock the screen simply by tapping the lock button. And even from there, I still have to key in my passcode in order to do anything. So just a kind of a basic walkthrough. The rest of it's pretty standard. All the keys that you'd expect to be there. It's just the function keys are somewhat different. Designed specifically to be used with this, the iPad, at this point in time at least. What I am also going to be looking into is, as I believe I've said in another video, an iPod male-female extender, if you will, that would be able to pass power along to the iPad, as well as keep it connected so that I can use this and reposition it, not just having it, in a certain part of my desk. And I am looking for a better back-facing option. I could very well place the Chris Pirillo logo there over the back of the Apple logo. What do you guys think about that? Should I do that? I don't know. I'm hoping I can find a slim. Let's see. I don't have my iPhone with me. A slim, form-fitting back shell for the iPad, because it would be very, very slim, and that's all I would need. And then that way it would just be completely dark on the backside. I'm into that. I'm not into skinning it with fancy designs and logos. 'Cause inevitably I get bored. I do like solid colors more than anything. So it's served me well. I can type just as quickly on this keyboard as I can on the other wireless keyboard, which is about the best keyboard I've ever had. No doubt about it. This particular wireless keyboard from Apple I've never typed faster in my entire life than with this. Believe it or not. You wouldn't think it to look at it, but I'm telling you, it's absolutely outstanding, and everybody who's had one pretty much agrees. This version of it, the latest one that's out there, either the wired one, which I also have connected to the computer, or the wireless one, the way they have the keys set up, I can type in so fast. Love it. It's one of my favorites. So I could open up any app on here that would need the keyboard, and I could start using it right away. Whether it's Safari, whether it's the Notes application, email, anything that needs the keyboard or requires the keyboard to key something in could work. A shortcoming, potentially, is that it always has to be in portrait mode. There's no other way of accommodating the iPad in this scenario. It's just got to be connected through the port. No way around that, I guess. But it's still, if I wanted to turn it into landscape and I wanted to work, I couldn't do it. I'd have to be in portrait. I don't yet have the official iWork apps. They're $10 a piece. That's $30. And while I've received a couple of iTunes gift certificates from some of you out there, I'm not so sure I'm ready to buy those official iPad apps, just because I've heard some interesting feedback about them. And that's, $30 for applications that, don't run perfectly. And there's one thing I've learned, make sure you can get a good feel for an app before you buy it. So, I don't know, maybe I'll cave and end up buying them. However, in the interim, I'm hoping to find a better online solution. Maybe Google Docs will start working officially with the iPad. I'd be thrilled if that would happen, because that's really all I need on the average day. So, there you go. I don't know if anybody else has any feedback specifically on the... Well, there goes my dogs. Apparently they have... I'm getting to that point! My email address, chris@pirillo.com. You know of any other iPad accessories I might be able to pick up, take a look at? Any iPad apps, really, that you like for writing that are decent? Just wait! They're so impatient. Then, of course, I also have the community of tech enthusiasts, geeks.pirillo.com, coupons.lockergnome.com, where you can save money. If you'd like to get the iPad keyboard dock, head over to go.tagjag.com/iPad keyboard. It's a good link, easy link to remember. And then, of course, we've got the lockergnome.net website set up for you to blog about anything you want to blog about and archive all your social media data. And then the chat room, of course, typically talking tech. Sometimes it's moderated, sometimes it's not. But it's always a part of the live video feed, and maybe you can be a part of it too. And it's getting to the point where I think I'm ready to take live calls almost on a nightly basis. So stay tuned, potentially, for those announcements on Twitter, twitter.com/Chris Pirillo, or facebook.com/Chris Pirillo, as I teased out in the beginning of the video. I would announce that, I'm doing live calls. And like I said, maybe it could be a part of a regular routine, because it's kind of fun to talk to you guys, and it just makes it a little different than, most of the videos that you find online. It's just a talking head. I like, talking to people, believe it or not. People, at least, who are nice and respectful. So, if you're feeling nice and respectful and you want to talk tech, you're more than welcome to join us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right here at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.